93 duelists stepped up this weekend for the chance to take home an entire case of Dawn of the Majesty. What really happened this weekend? Well, we're about to find out. Let's dig on into this show. For some reason, 38.4% of you still aren't subbed to the channel. Hit that subscribe button so we can get to 95,000. Breakdown for this event actually kind of showcases that beyond the top end of the metagame here, that you have options, diversity, things like that. So for this event, we had 93 players, which by all stretch of the imagination, right? That's a pretty high number considering everything that's going on here. We had 2 Tri-Brigade Zoo. Yeah, I've had like infinite discussions about this. I'm not going to go too in depth with that. We had 2 Dragon Link. That's what we call it there. We had 2 Sky Striker. Now, this event was actually relatively cool because in terms of rogue diversity that was available for top cut, for the cut to top 16, it definitely shows that those rogue picks got that chance to shine. So seeing the 2 Sky Striker and even 2 Salamangreat as well was actually awesome. Then we had 2 frickin' Pran Kids, 2 Drytron as well. Alright, so your typical top-end metagame contenders are still in attendance for this. And then to wrap things up, one ofs here, we had 1 Dinosaur, 1 Subterror, 1 Invoke Shaddoll, and 1 Phantom Knight. So overall, Rogue, the decks that we kind of knew were slightly higher up in the tier 2 category, we're getting the chance to compete against the rest of the metagame, which goes to show even from the top end to the low end here, the spread is pretty much representative of the actual metagame. I would say, for the most part, every one of these decks has been here in some capacity for the tier 1 down to the tier 2 part of the metagame, which really goes to show that the meta still has some good stuff to show. So let's go take a look at some of these deck lists, shall we? Alright, so the first list that we have for you guys was Sean Washington's Dragon Link list. Now this build is actually kind of saucy because we are playing triple rivalry in this deck. You'll still be able to navigate through all of your standard dragon combos that really have become the best part of the deck. By the way, 1 chamber, 2 tidying for this build, which really just is the center stone for this deck. Being able to navigate underneath rivalry and just put your opponent into pinch, I think, is the reason why this deck did so well. Outside of that, the Retaliating Season, the Contact Seas down there in the side deck, is definitely an interesting inclusion as well for this list. So congratulations to Sean and everybody else that participated with this. Now, second place over here was actually Sky Striker. Alright, now, this isn't the Mystic Mind, hide behind, laugh at your opponent kind of deck. No. This is the control variant that wants to take advantage, set up, do its thing, and grind against the opponent. Widowmaker is one of the best modern staples in the game, and right here, you do see that we took advantage of that. Alright, very, very nice. Nothing else too crazy to point out about this list. The shared rides in the side deck definitely are a very nice piece as well for this deck. Third place here was frickin' Dinosaur. So we are playing the Earth True King here, which means that we get access to the extra deck repping. We have Gigantus for extending capabilities. We have my boy Scrap Raptor so that we can do the Scrap combo, which basically allows us to set up those bigger boards. And we have frickin' Hey Trunade in the side deck. Holy moly. I also like the 1 Judgment, the 1 Strike there. I guess it's in case we want to board out our 2 Imperms in the main deck. But this deck feels very teched out for a chunk of the metagame. Alright, next up here, 4th place is Tri-Brigade Zoo. Standard 10 traps. By the way, Imperial Order I feel like is this deck's win con. You just flip it and you win the game. Alright, all jokes aside, that's what I've been seeing. But outside of that, besides the Chalice in the main deck here, this deck is very, very standardized. 5th place over here is some Pran Kids. We are packing in actual Thunder Fusions here. Like I said, you've got polymerizations on 1 half of the room. You have regular polys. You pick your poison when you build this deck right now. You know, between the chalices also being additional negators, I feel like that this deck is pretty streamlined, honestly. I do like the Thunder Fusion. I feel like maybe 3 might be a little bit too much, but I see what they're going for here. 6th place here is, oh boy, more Tri-Brigade Zoo. This person decided not to play the deck's WinCon. Why would you not play Imperial Order in this deck? It is the best card that you're supposed to have, right? No Imperial Order in this deck. It's kind of hilarious to me in the main. It's definitely in the side deck, though. Who needs a game 1? Outside of that, standard Zoo boards. Yeah, nothing too crazy about this. Salamangreat. Now, this is very, very trapped out here. We are playing 42 cards for this build. We have triple Solemn Strike to diversify and handle those heavy, big boards that we don't really want to deal with, but we can. We're playing the Flame Buffalo because the draw power is insane. Say that again with me. Draw power, good. Lady Debug Search, not so good. Alright, outside of that, yeah, 2 Rage, 2 Roar. Definitely interesting that we are not playing any Desires in this deck. We just straight opted for we don't want to banish our resources. We also have Gozens in the side deck to round out more things as well here, which is kind of interesting, actually. I like that. 8th place here, we have Drytron. Now, we are playing Little Herald in this build. That way, well, we don't really have a reason to play Little Herald here, actually. Doesn't really mean that we need it. We have Draconis here, Ben 10, Ida 10, which is kind of interesting. So we're just playing it for the attack boost. I'm so used to seeing Natasha's in these builds. Only 1 Metanos Drytron for Ritual Summoning. Really? This build kind of shocks me a little bit that it did so well. Okay. 9th place over here is the standard Gluru. Alright, you take Dragoon, put a whole bunch of super glue on it, you stick it on your Subterra Field spell. It's kind of what it's like to play this deck. We have the summon limits to take advantage of punishing the opponent. We even have different dimension grounds in this deck. Holy crap. Talk about teched out, alright? Like, this is just, we took the best cards that we needed, and we got them all in one deck. 10th place here is another Praying Kids list. This one's playing the 1 Thunder Fusion with triple regular polymerizations here. Alright, I see that we also have that spell card down. What is it? Blizzard or something like that? That's an interesting side deck choice. Triple Talents in the main deck. Outside of that, not too bad to see some interesting stuff here for Praying Kids. 11th place here is the only Shadal Dogmatica invoked deck in the room. I think this has been pretty much shorthanded to Dis at this point in time. We are playing the Seas in the main deck. Alright, so we're just going to round out things. We have frickin' Chalices in the main deck, or side deck as well. Secret frickin' Village. This is another one of those builds it feels very teched out with its options to slow down the metagame, diversify, take advantage of things here. So, not too bad, all things considered. Next up over here, we have another Sky Striker list. Very, very interesting stuff here. Sky Striker continuing to be one of those more interesting decks in the room. Alright, from a 2nd place down here to this build, still no Mystic Mine. Alright, a lot of people give this deck a lot of crap for being a Mystic Mine stall deck, but truthfully, I don't think you really need to go too crazy. I feel like the monster lineup on this build is way more heavy-handed than it really needs to be, you know, with the triple afterburners. Very, very interesting. Alright, some top-end stuff there. Next up is our other Dragon Link list. 47 cards, by the way. This build is also showcasing that, hey, Rivalry is a really good card. Alright, I see that we also have the Galactic Serpent with the Noctovisions in here. Very interesting. Okay. 14th place is the other Drytron deck. Yeah, this one has the Herald. This one also has the Natasha in it. We are also packing in the Ida 10. Did Ida 10 just become standardized overnight? Because I really don't think that it has been standardized for a while, but alright. Outside of that, this feels more normal, right, for a build. 15th place here is Phantom Knights. I see that we are also playing some of the new, the new Raid Raptor cards to kind of diversify and help us build those larger boards. Triple Shade Brigadine for extending options. Okay, I see you. Standard Phantom Knight package in here as well. Outside of that, yeah, this feels pretty normal, honestly. And then we also have 16th place here was Salamangreat, wrapping up. Yeah, honestly, there's nothing else I can really say too much about this. The difference between this one and the other one we covered is this one has the desires and things for the turbo draw power, but it's interesting to see that we didn't need to play the other cards to have that success. So you do like the generic floodgates, right? Between rivalries and Gozens, seeing playing these builds, it's definitely interesting to me. So guys, what do you think about these interesting lists from this event? Please leave a comment below what you guys think. Smash the crap out of the subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day. Some more cool awesome content. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.